who's had quarterbacks numbers all season.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Rodgers going to come out throwing. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he... inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. this moving.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, as the head coach.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa. They start the drive with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 13 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. In this offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of its drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First down, here's the run with Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The Vikings at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good, and they've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Tua now on first down. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Finding room at midfield, down the left sideline. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
46 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you get 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how the... And Rodgers intercepted a third time. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. And Miller with it over the middle. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Scotty Miller there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was concluded on the touchdown pass to Scotty Miller. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Rodgers been able to find out on Lazard. And shutting him off, now open field. On the move past the 40. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Brandon, 5 yards. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers on the out route. Dobbs brings it in. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers now to throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers again now. And he wisely will throw that one away. 4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. And his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Tua now on 1st down. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Tua. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're in the driver's seat. winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Shoves him away. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. It's Miller, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave it with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. They're keeping the toes inbounds.
After review of the play,
for Kevin O'Connell, his decision to throw the challenge flag, a good one. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, that's complete to Lazard. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, that's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to...
And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. 20! And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the 2nd half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Slant around, he's got Dobbs.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man, Amari Rodgers complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. On first down, Rodgers
Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a bit closer.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the delay, Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. 1 back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount
is.
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Now Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now Tua. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. It's complete to Cook. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he'll go down the number 4, getting us inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Hello, partner. Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Tua now on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So consecutive picks, and each offense, they drove the ball close enough to at least attempt a field goal, but on back-to-back drives, the defense has stood firm and forced an interception.
Yeah, it's a really nice battle seeing one.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Rodgers going to throw.
That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Now the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
Faces heading into the tunnel as